Guys, bank statements only does not constitute the full financial records for your company. I've had instances where people are more reliant on the bank statement to do the tax filing and also the CIPC return. It will be very difficult for you to just do it from the raw data. So what normally happens is that you will submit the bank statement, and then we'll extract the bank statement and categorize the transactions that are in the bank statement. So we'll actually look at each and every transaction to say, okay, this is the income. It relates to 1 to 3. This is the expense. It was advertising, it was stationery, it was travel, and so on. And then we can also categorize some of them into the balance sheet if you purchased assets, or if ever, you've issued invoice and there are people that are owing you, so, it's a financial statement, bank statement. It's a source of data that we can use to try and produce the income statement and the balance sheet. But over and above that, we also need invoices. We also need the receipts. We also need contracts. We need the agreements. So we need all those things to support the income statement that we are producing, the balance sheet that we are producing. So if ever I'm asking you whether you have financial records for your company and you tell me that you only have bank statements, then it means that for me to be able to do the work of extracting that information into a readable financial reports, you will have to pay for that. Yes, because it is not done. We can't just take the bank statement and dump it into the tax return. It doesn't work like that. We need to extract it so that we can understand from the period that you've been trading, how much revenue did you generate? How much expenses did you incur? And what are the assets that you purchased? Your debtors, your loan, if you do have loans, and all those things. We need to categorize them as such. So it's important that, particularly the company that are still new, do your bookkeeping. Don't just rely on the fact that you have bank statements, because when you contract somebody to do the tax filing for you, they will need the financial records from you. I know there are accountants that will just go and submit the nil return for you, and that is inaccurate. It is not right, because you have been trading. And if you've been trading, how do you submit a nil return whereas you have been trading? How does it work? Yeah? It doesn't work like that. Nil return cannot be submitted for someone who's been trading. If you've been trading, you need to produce the income statement and the balance sheet so that we can be able to submit the return at CIPC and at SARS that represent the accurate information of your finances. So yes, make sure that you do the bookkeeping. It's important. You can't ignore this one. And you can't do the tax return before you do bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is the first step. It's like a foundation. Yes, and then you build the house and the roof. You can't start from the roof. You start from the foundation. Thank you.